Shifting from non-IT or non-technical background to data analytics is never been easier. Did you know that? 9 years ago, I had zero coding skill. I had no IT background and I did not have any idea how the tech company works. Today, I work for a big MNC. I have experience about 9 years into data analytics. I have worked with multiple companies that includes Flipkart, startup, MNCs. Even I've gotten opportunities with companies like Google, Porter. If I can do that, you can also do it. Stay with me to know how I did it so that you can follow the same. No fluff, 5 solid steps you have to follow. And the point number 3 is my personal favorite. Okay, now I'm going to tell you a lot of tips while telling you the points. That's actually helped me to expedite my process, so that it's gonna also help you to expedite your process. Even you're a fresher, just stay with me till the end. I have a great tip for you at the end that is going to help you expedite your job hunting process too. Point number 5, learn the right tool and the concept. If you need a detailed roadmap that how and what you should follow, you can check out my latest video where I have spoken about the entire roadmap. But if you have to just start, then start with the basic of Excel. And then you should go to the SQL and then Power BI. And if you have a little bit time, then explore the Python. Now, don't involve or enroll into a heavy data analytics courses. Start with very basic of YouTube free resources, Udemy free resources, so that you understand the concept first, and then you can enroll to any of the courses. That's what I did. And one more tip here, don't stuck into the theory. Do practice with the data you have. I know you guys are working, you have a bit of time crunches, but let me tell you one of the secret I actually did use in my journey. I started with a 30 minutes learning. Okay, so start with that. I know it sounds very small, but start with that. Start with the baby steps. That's gonna help you a lot. Point number 4, apply your skills into your current job. I know now, like a lot of people will say, hey, my job does not have anything with data. But whatever opportunities you get, try to apply that as much as possible. For example, if you're working into a sales, if you're working into marketing, data is always needed, right? Without data, you cannot work. So instead of giving away that work to your data team, try to work from your knowledge as much as possible. For example, when I started, I used to work in a procurement department initially, and I did not have any exposure to data, but there was a dashboard which was very manually handled actually. So I learned the Excel, I learned the Power Excel, and what I did, I automated the entire flow. By that, I actually applied my skills, and I actually used that as my project also. So you can do that too, so that you can apply all your skills, can also have a projects or kind of a data work which you can showcase later. One other tips, if you have a data team, if you're working in a big company, try to be friend with at least 1 or 2 of the data guy, because they are going to help you in all, with the databases, kind of queries, tools, and all this thing. So that's, if you have an opportunity, just explore that. Point number 3, which is my favorite, is showcase that work in your resume. Whatever work you have done in the point number 4, you should put that in your resume, and you should your resume should look like a mix of your data work as well as whatever you do right now in your current job. In this way, you will be treated not as a fresher but as an experienced data guy. Point number 2, build your parallel project for your portfolio. Now, for example, you are learning Power BI, but your company does not have the capacity or does not work on Power BI. In that case, you should also build a parallel project on Power BI or Python, whatever tool you are working on and does not have access to, right? But here is a catch. If you're already working in a data, right, you know the data points. I'm not asking you to steal the data from your company, but what you can do, the best, that you know the data point. You go to the ChatGPT and you can ask ChatGPT to give you the sample data from that, and you can use that data to build up your projects. In this way, your parallel project even closer to your normal work. And I'm not asking you again not to lie about that in your interview, but I'm saying if you can manage, do put it up on your resume too. And if you can manage, you can even tell that on your interview too. The final point, improve your communication and presentation skills. In every video, I stress about that you should improve your communication skills. Here, you should do it more. Why? First, you are not applying as a freshers. Always remember, if you are coming from any job, you are not a freshers anymore. So you are someone who has a work experience. Now, if you cannot explain your work, you cannot present your work in simple English or simple manner, it's very difficult to get a job. And secondly, the expectation for experienced one is more than someone who is just a freshman or fresh out of a college. So do that. Do improve your communication. And if you want me to create a video on that how I did improve my communication, because I was also from a background where I could not speak a single line. From there to here, I did it by myself. These are the 5 steps which I followed, and I shifted from a non-IT to a data analytics. You can follow and you can do the same. If you're a fresher, I know a lot of point will not be applicable for you, but here is one of the tip. And this is also my point, and also recently I post a video and someone commented on that, and which I really aligned with that. Like if you're a fresher and looking for a data analytics job, then don't look for only a pure data analyst job. Just look for a job which is closer to data, or any job which has a little bit of data work. In this way, you will have some experience after 6-8 months. For example, let's say you and your friend both are preparing for the data analytics job, and you took up a job into a closer data analytics field, or some job which has a little data exposure, whereas your friend does not take up the job because he or she is looking for a perfect data analytics job with a proper salary. Now, after 6-8 months in the market, you will have a more demand for your experience. And also with that, you can follow my 5 steps to build up a more in-depth knowledge and a portfolio and the project, which will ultimately give you a proper and great job, whatever you are looking for. And if you still have questions, confusions, or anything, please do put it on the comment. I'll reply on that. And thank you very much. And if you have not subscribed yet, please do subscribe. I bring a lot of data content over here. I'm going to bring a lot of more fresh content on data, career related on that. And thank you very much once again. I'll see you in the next video.